All right, we'll go from top 6 to who's gonna get relegated. I'll start. I have, I have two shock. I have one shocking pick.
Yeah, go on.
I have West Ham.
Why you don't
Cause
think you don't think David Moyes will keep him back up?
nah, I just they have not signed anyone. if you look at the, if you look at the, if you look at the transfers, they haven't signed anyone, and it's like, what are you doing? What are you gonna do? Like you look at Fulham. Fulham came up, and the players that they have, and like they're getting on loan now. Like West Ham can't sign a player like Areola as a goalkeeper. Like how
If
is
they
that
did sign
work?
him, then
Like
West Ham would have a good
like
a good transfer.
there's a lot of players that left in West Ham as well. I think I was I think their goalkeeper left as well. Like there was a few players that I was looking at and I was like, oh wow, Mike. A lot of these players left, and it's like, what are they gonna do? And not only that, they haven't fixed the one situation that I think they struggle on. Who's their striker?
Besides Antonio,
But
they don't
eh,
really have an attacking option.
like, if I'm West Ham, I would sign Deeney. At least Deeney averages more than 10. He gets more than 10 goals. He at least he scores double digits. Like you
That's
need a
true.
striker that has double. I've noticed in the EPL, if you don't have a striker that scores double digits,
You struggle.
you don't make it out at all. Like Norwich, if Pookie kept on going the way he was going, they probably would have made it out.
But I think what stuffed him was stuffed team. What's yeah, Pookie was stuffed him was going through the international break.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong with Finland and all that, but like you lose all that momentum when you go into the international break.
yeah, 100%. Well, you say your first team because I'm trying to find something.
This one's actually a hard one for my first team.
I have a couple.
I don't know. I've got a couple, but
They're
for my
just
first one, it's far out. Like don't get me wrong with West Brom, they made it up and all, like, but same season,
I
they could
reckon they
probably.
stay up because they took who they take. Oh, they took some big strikers. They took a striker from someone that stayed up. I think they took no. Oh crap! I was looking at it today. That's what I was actually looking for. They took a striker. They took a. They took Ferguson. I think that's his name, and I forget who he played for, but he played for a team that I'm pretty sure that he didn't he play for Burnley. I'm trying to remember. That's what I was looking for. I'm trying to find the transfers.
just just looking at this table with all the teams, this
Mm.
actually is very hard to predict. I would probably say I'd agree with SPE. I'd probably say West Ham's definitely a candidate.
Because you look at West Ham, my biggest problem with West Ham is they haven't signed anyone. And that's a big thing of football. You have to sign players to like stay, especially in the EPL, man. You have to sign players. Like the only team that didn't do that last year was Brighton, right? No, was it what? Who was it that didn't sign anyone and they went down? Was it Bournemouth or was it Watford?
No, I think Watford signed somebody, but yeah, I think it was
Or was it
Bournemouth.
Norwich? That
Yeah,
they
I
didn't
think
sign anyone new, and they reckon that's the reason that they went down.
yeah. Just looking from the, I'll probably I'll go West Ham first. They'll be
Oh, found
they'll
it.
probably
This
be
is what I
dead
was looking
last.
for.
Second,
Yeah.
second they'll probably go. It's in between maybe Burnley or Crystal Palace.
Wow, you think Palace are going down after signing Batshuayi.
Oh, don't get me wrong, Batshuayi he is a good striker and all, but I don't think he's that sort of guy that will average like 15 or 20 goals.
Yeah, but you got him and Zaha now. That's two strikers that can score.
Oh, Zaha by himself, let alone, yes, I agree, but it's between. I'd probably say on that one, I'd probably say Burnley
Yeah.
as the second one, and on the last one, uh, last one, since you said Dean Henderson went back to United, maybe Sheffield United on that
Probably,
one.
I reckon that's because of. Yeah, but what I was gonna say, that's who it was. Crystal Palace signed Nathan Ferguson from West Brom, and I think he
Yeah.
was like one of their main strikers last year. I recognize him. I recognize his name. Oh wait, no. This isn't him. He's a defender. This guy. He's actually. They reckon he's gonna be a sleeper in the in fantasy. This guy. I recognize who that guy is. But yeah. Who else? So who did you say?
All right, my three. West Ham did last.
Yeah.
Burnley second last,
Mm-hmm.
and third is I'd probably say between Sheffield United.
Sorry,
eh,
that's what. This is what I was talking about. Callum Robertson. That's who West Brom signed. And I think he was Sheffield United's #1 striker. Actually, yeah, I can. I was about to pull it up on the screen, but then I remembered I can.
Show me this.
This guy.
Yeah, it does ring a
And
bell.
I reckon that he might be the difference of keeping West Brom up. Because I swear he was Sheffield's #1 striker last year.
Well, how much was the transfer for?
I think it was for free. Yeah, it was for free. Because they released him.
Jeez, and that's what you call a good piece of
I
business.
think so. They signed him for 4 years, that's a really good contract. Oh, 5 years, sorry. So clearly, and my thing is they have Mateus Pereira, which if you haven't heard of him, he's a really good player. They signed him from Sporting.
All right, man. That's my free picks.
Alright, hold up. Let me pull it up. I said one was West Ham, right?
Yeah, you said your first one was West Ham.
My second one's Brighton. Just because they literally, like I said, have not made a signing. Like, they have, but it's not like outbreaking. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something that's like... And as well, if you look at how many players they have let go of, they lost Glenn Murray, they lost Moy, like, they've lost a lot of players. They lost
Glenn Murray, a guy with a lot of experience.
They lost
Aaron Moy.
They lost
as well.
They lost Knockout to Fulham. There's a lot of players that they've lost within that time, and to me, it's like, oh, they lost Montoya as well.
Wasn't he on? Was
He
he
was
on
on
loan?
loan.
Or?
Yeah, but still, like, that's still a big player. They lost. They sent Shane Duffy to Celtic. It's like, that's a... Hold up, let me count.
Jeez.
But they've signed players, but I don't believe in the players that they've signed, and I've never heard of them. They've signed a guy called Jensen Weir, Weir. Joel Veltman, I know who that guy is because he used to play for Ajax. Then they got Lars de Donker, which I think that's de Donker's brother from Wolves.
Oh, from Wolves, yeah.
And then a guy called John Paul van Heck, who I've said, I've never
heard of a Dutch player like that.
And as well, they got Lallana, but is Lallana really gonna make that much of a difference to a team like Brighton?
It would have been good if Moy did stay. At least they try and have some sort of chemistry. Him and
Yeah.
him and Lallana. So Aaron Moy and Lallana. So
my last team's Villa. Like, they haven't done anything. They've only signed 2 players. Like, is that really gonna help Grealish and McGinn? And as well, they don't have
Villa's been relegated. You do know that?
No, Villa's still out.
Are they?
Yeah, Villa stayed
sorry,
out.
yeah, my bad.
Remember?
Yeah. I totally forgot.
Yeah,
I totally forgot.
and not only that, they haven't signed a striker. Like,
No, half of them, like even half of our predictions, some of them haven't signed, and
like,
some of them
how do you stay up? You need someone to help John McGinn and Grealish. They haven't signed a striker. How have you not signed a striker? They have Samata, but that guy's not really that great.
And besides that, Brazilian that I always
Wesley.
forget. Yeah.
And like even him, he's not a like Deeney should go there. I keep on bringing up Deeney, but Deeney, like I said, at least he's a prolific striker. He does score. That's the one thing that, like, even he's
lack
slow.
right now.
He's slow and all that stuff.
But he reads the game.
Yeah, but exactly. I actually have another one. I'm not sure if they're gonna go down, but like, it would be like a sleeper that I reckon might go down. And that's Newcastle.
Well, you don't think
Ryan Fraser
just
came from a relegation club. Callum Wilson just came from a relegation club. Jamal Lewis just came from a relegation club. You're adding players that just got relegated.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to all these players that they were meant to sign?
All these players that they were linked with.
Yeah, like, I look at this team.
Multi-billion-dollar buy that was meant to happen, it kind of just fell through as well.
I don't really see them making it through. Like, it's between it's like, in my eyes, like, they're up there to like maybe, or sorry, not up there, down there. Cause like, that's not that much to, and as well, they're another one. They have Joelinton as their striker. He's not a prolific striker.
Nah.
And
Andy Carroll as well.
The reason I said West Ham, they lost a guy called Roberto, which I'm pretty sure that was their goalkeeper. They lost Zabaleta, and as well they released Carlos Sanchez.
Wow.
Which to me is like, that's a lot of players to release that played a lot for you. So it's like, you never know. Mm-hmm. They might get relegated because of that. And they're another team where it's like I said to you, who is really their striker? Like, they don't really have. Antonio is not a number 9. Like, he
plays any position that the manager would ask you for.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean,
plays
like,
any.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean he's a number 9. Like, he's not a confirmed 9. Like,
yeah,
I am shocked none of these clubs are trying to contact Abraham and just to get him on loan like they used to do with, like what Chelsea used to do with Lukaku. Like,
yeah,
there's so many teams that have strikers on each position. Like, sorry, not so many strikers in a club. If you get what I mean. And that's why I'm shocked, like, none of these teams are like reaching out for players like that. Because, like, in my eyes, even a Benteke is good enough to probably keep one of these clubs up. Yes, he didn't do it for... See, like, even Palace, Benteke doesn't play as much. But it's like, if you never know, he could keep a team up. Like, just by a bit of goals. Because not only now, Crystal Palace have Zaha, Benteke, and
Batshuayi.
Yeah, that's 3 strikers that are. You don't think Batshuayi and Benteke probably get along? They play together. I would assume they play together in international.
Yeah, they've played together. in
So
international.
it's like that's even better. It gives them a better chance of it gives them a better chance of staying up, in my opinion.